Hello again, this is Eric with Team 3, and today I will be going over our beta release for our software project. Alright, so for this iteration of our project, we've mostly been concerned with the back end of our application here, but we have quite a few new features in place that essentially serve as a complete package of what we have intended for this application. So I'm just going to be going over what we have new. Most of the changes are in the back end, so like things like implementing a proper SQL backend for the application. Because with the vertical prototype, we were just emulating the features that we wanted in the application using just pure JavaScript. But now we have a proper SQL backend implementation in place. So that allows us to do a lot more things like user accounts and actual image saving and deletion functionality. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that now. I'm going to start fresh by creating a new user account. So I'm going to log out of this one right now. Currently our login and our sign up page is very bare bones, as you can see here. But obviously that's going to change for the final release. For the final release, it's mostly going to be a polishing sort of venture. So obviously everything you see here is not going to be final in terms of how the UI looks. The next milestone will be concentrating on polishing out our application. But for now, for the beta, I just want to showcase the features that we do have in place that will serve as our final feature set going forward. So let me go ahead and actually create a new account. I'm going to name this test user 2 because I already have a test user. And we'll put in a super secure password. Okay, account created successfully. And then we'll just go back and log in. Okay, I put in the wrong password. Alright, so right off the bat, obviously you're not going to have any images saved, but I have prepared 2 images beforehand that we'll be using for demonstration purposes. So here's one, and here's the second one. I'll be going through the actual process of taking the URL to use as our identification for the image, as well as typing in the tags that we'll use to associate with that image so that we can get back to them easier later. So we'll go here to save new image, image URL. So we want this one right here. This will serve as our first image to save. Also, you can see here we have a little check here to make sure that the image that you're placing in is a valid image URL. So what constitutes a valid image URL? Obviously this is not a valid image. So if you make a typo, you forget the G in JPEG, say the URL is like this, it'll tell you that the URL is not valid. But if the URL is valid, then it'll let you know as much. Same goes if you have an improperly formatted URL, so like you're missing HTTP like that, it'll tell you the URL is not valid as well. I'll go ahead and place that back. And then I'm going to specify some tags for this image. So let me see, I have a list of tags that I've prepared beforehand. So we'll use these tags. Make sure to delimit your tags using a comma so you can have multiple tags for the image. So plant, table, lamp, green. So I want these tags associated with this image right here. Then we'll click Save to save that image. And then we'll be using this tag lamp to get back to this image. Okay, so the image is saved. Now I want to search for lamp to get back to that image. And there you go. And just like before, we can see our tags when we click on that image. And we also have an option to delete this image right here. Clicking on this will bring up another dialog with the image URL automatically inserted into the input field. This is how we identify the image in the database. And once you click delete, you'll be deleting that from your account. So if I were to try and search for that again, nothing would come up. The image has been deleted. So let's try this again with another image. Try this. And then some tags for that image. Mountains, sunsets, clouds, sky, grass. Whatever you need to use to accurately and properly describe the image that you want to save. And the tags that you know you'll be able to use to get back to that image. Save that. Then we'll do a search for mountain. And there it is. Now let's save that other image again from before. Lamp, green, table. Now if I wanted to search green, I'd get both images because both images are tagged green. So that basically covers all of our features for this application, and these are our final features that we want to make available for this application going forward. These are our final features, yeah. So for the next milestone going forward, it's going to be mostly polishing our application, so polishing the UI and making further tweaks to the backend to improve how it works. So mostly things that would make the user experience more pleasant, like things I talked about last time for the vertical prototype, such as clicking on the tag here to auto-populate this field, as well as maybe giving a little bit more information here to identify the image to the user. And of course, making our login and logout pages cohesive with the rest of our UI. But yeah, that's going to do it for this beta release of our application. And I would like to thank you for watching.